Taco Bell with another dippable item? Come on, Taco Bell. This is getting redundant. Anyway, roll the intro. What is up, guys, and welcome back to my official YouTube channel. That's right, this is an official YouTube channel where I have officially taken a very long break because of many circumstances, and I'm sorry, okay? I apologize. So I had planned on doing this food review as soon as this item came out, but then I got like the worst case of the flu. I felt like garbage. I was hacking up my lungs. It sounded awful. Then, once I started to get better, I went back to work, but I was still feeling a tad bit weak. I knew I was feeling better, but I didn't want to overwork myself and start sitting down doing a food review on some greasy fast food yet. And then on my next off day from work, I had planned on shooting this, but where I live, we had a blizzard and it was disgusting out. Visibility was like 5 feet in front of you, and I would not risk it for Taco Bell driving in conditions like that. Thank God I had the day off. Anyways, it's really sad because now it's like 2 weeks past this item's release date and I haven't tried it yet because I've been waiting to do this food review for you guys, my wonderful special viewers. Thank you so much. Mwah! Anyways, let's get into what the new Taco Bell menu item is because I haven't even introduced it yet. It is steak and queso Crunchwrap sliders. What it consists of is it's little mini crunch wraps, I assume, and it has steak, pico de gallo, queso, and let me just check. Wait. Oh, it doesn't even have queso? Okay, it doesn't even have queso, but what it has is steak, cheese, chipotle sauce, and pico de gallo, and of course, the little tortilla shell. And then you dip it in a green chili sauce. I'm kind of intrigued. Now, in terms of limited time offers, this is Taco Bell's third dippable limited time offer. The first one they had was the chicken nuggets. The second they had was the steak dipping burritos and chicken dipping burritos. The cheesy ones that I ripped apart at nighttime and had the worst lighting in any of my food reviews. And these are the third. Also, I was going to be trying that milk churro bar thing for a food review, but I think Taco Bell got rid of that, so that will no longer be happening. Instead, I will be trying one of the Wendy's Thin Mint Frosties, and there will be a link to that up here. So stay tuned for that, but don't leave this video quite yet, because we've got Taco Bell food to get to, and we love Taco Bell. That's why you're here. Anyways, that's really all of an introduction I got. Why don't you join me on the road for our 6th day? I'm gonna start losing track at this point. And yeah, let's go ahead and let's meet there. My car still sounds funny. See you there. Alright guys, your official YouTube food reviewer is officially in the Taco Bell drive-thru. One thing I want to add is I'm gonna be very biased for this because I love Taco Bell's steak. And I also love Taco Bell's Crunchwrap. Two of my favorite things from Taco Bell are by far its steak and its Crunchwraps. I also just love almost everything from Taco Bell, so I'm already very biased to this meal. I also went ahead and got a caliente crispy chicken taco. I'm gonna be doing a 1-minute food review on that. You can find that up here, or up here, or up here. I'm gonna say up here. I just don't know if my camera is gonna flip it. One more thing, this is being recorded on International Women's Day, so I just wanted to say, regardless of if this is posted or not on International Women's Day, I want to say Happy International Women's Day. Women are very inspiring and have served great importance in my life, and take a minute to just appreciate all the women that are around you. Thank you so much, you too. Let's go park. Ooh, that sun's bright. One of my favorite things to do when making food reviews nowadays is to try and get the store in the background. So you can see I'm at Taco Bell. I did not make this at home. Anyways, we just got our food. I'm gonna do a super cool food animation right now, and that's coming right up. Zoom. Alright guys, first impressions, these are a lot smaller than I thought they would be. I don't even have that big of hands, but look at that. That's tiny. I mean, it's literally in the name, Crunchwrap slider. Like, it's about the size of a slider burger, so I'm not super surprised. Hats off when we eat. Oh! The queso is the green chili sauce. I'm a goofball. Yeah, that's definitely the queso sauce. It smells very good. Tastes very good just off of how it tasted on my tongue. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. First bite coming right up. Oh, wow. Can you see? Is it focusing or is it too bright? Yeah, there we go. You can definitely taste the chipotle sauce. That's one of the first tastes I'm getting when I bite into this. And as you guys know, chipotle isn't my favorite sauce from Taco Bell, but overall with everything in here, it's working very well. Also, I'm getting hints of the pico. It's very oniony pico. I like it. I don't like cilantro. I have the soap gene, so sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, but I still love pico de gallo. And now I've got it to like a perfect dipping shape too. This is wonderful. Oh, wow. Now, I wish it had more steak in it. One thing I'm noticing is there's not a lot of steak in them. For example, that last bite I took had quite a decent amount of steak. It was an even steak ratio, and it was by far the best bite of this so far. I'm really liking this queso green chili sauce. It's got a nice spice to it and tastes wonderful. I almost wish instead of green chilies they used jalapeno just to add a little bit more of a spice to it. But it is the overall perfect spice for people who kind of like spicy food but don't dabble too into it. I think the little tostada shell inside is the cutest thing ever. It looks really cute and tiny. Also, speaking of the tostada shell, it does offer a nice crisp crunch to this that I personally think is really needed. Obviously, it's a Crunchwrap, but I like a crispy aspect to most of my Taco Bell foods. The cheesy gordita crunch, the double stack taco, the Crunchwrap. Those are probably my 3 favorite menu items from Taco Bell. I also like when they do burritos with little tortilla strips on the inside. For example, that chicken chipotle griller they had, where it had the crispy tortillas inside. Now, I know I'm getting a lot of the cheese aspect from the green chili sauce, but one thing I'm not tasting is the cheddar cheese that they put within this. And I wish I could taste a little bit more of that, because I feel like it would offer a nice balance in terms of the cheeses, if I could taste that. It appears Taco Bell's Dippables just keep getting better with each limited time menu offer. I'll see you guys back at my house for a more in-depth look at these cute little guys. All right, guys, we're back. We're back home. And this is pretty much just a final iteration of everything I already stated. These are wonderful. They're really good, actually. And there are complaints I have about them that could make them better, but that doesn't take away from the fact that they tasted very, very wonderful. I stated that this is the best of all the top 3 Dippables, but honestly, it is a very, very close tie with the dipping burritos. Now, when I reviewed the Taco Bell dipping burritos, I only had one complaint, and that was that I couldn't taste much of the avocado ranch sauce. My complaint for these dipping Crunchwrap sliders is pretty similar. It's just proportions were a bit off, but they still worked wonderfully together. This is the most I have ever liked the Chipotle sauce from Taco Bell. Usually every other item it's in, can't stand it. But in these, it just works. It matches the steak. It matched the tiniest amount of cheese that they had in there. And oh my gosh, it matched the pico and queso sauce so well. So the proportions were off, but everything still worked wonderfully together. I would have just liked a tad bit less chipotle sauce, a tad bit more cheese and steak. And I think it would have been perfect. The reason I want a tad more steak is just because I love Taco Bell's steak so much, but that doesn't make the bites that didn't have much steak in them any worse off or anything. I mean, this green chili queso sauce too, absolutely wonderful. And the green chilies, I could taste slightly, and they offered a nice kick. But with the queso, you mainly got that spicy, cheesy taste that you go to queso for. And that's what made it so wonderful. Honestly, without the queso, these Crunchwrap sliders would probably be less high of a score than the dipping burritos. But because of this queso, it brought it up a whole bunch. And just the Crunchwrap sliders themselves, the Crunchwrap sliders were absolutely wonderful. I mean, I cannot get over how good it was. The crisp of the tortilla inside added that nice crisp that you want in a Crunchwrap, and since it was smaller, it actually offered more crisp and more crunch than the official Crunchwrap. Guys, I'm feeling confident enough to give this a high score. The steak and queso Crunchwrap sliders are getting a 9 out of 10. It's a very high score, and honestly the thing I'm most upset about is the fact that I didn't try these sooner because I was sick and then I got locked in by the blizzard. I recommend going out and getting this right now. The only reason I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 and not something like a 10 out of 10 is just because of the proportions, which can vary, honestly. Proportions can vary for each visit at Taco Bell. It's just this visit in particular, the proportions could have been a tiny bit better. And it's really just that slow reach away from a 10 out of 10 menu item. You know, Taco Bell has really been picking it up on these limited time offers. There were quite a few limited time offers last year that I didn't care for at all. But this is just, they're coming into 2025 with a solid bang. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's food review. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed those steak and queso Crunchwrap sliders, and I hope that you enjoyed the steak and queso Crunchwrap sliders as much as I enjoyed them. Thank you so much for tuning in and for supporting this channel. I love all the attention you guys give me. It's really just amazing to read some of your comments. I know I mentioned it last video that I love the comment section, so keep it fun and keep it fruitful in there. If you enjoy the music you've been listening to in the background, I do make music, and you can find that music on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever streaming service you listen to. The difference is I sing in this music, and it's not entirely instrumental, which I use instrumental music so it doesn't take away from the viewing experience. Anyways, that's really all I have. Yeah. Bye!